Dare stepper. But we are back. We are back on live, coming to you from the dojo. We just started on again, so you guys come on back. We had a question we're going to address that Rach picked up, and it was that why, if Prince was so suspicious of his chefs, didn't he do something? First of all, great question. Thank you for asking. There's also a great answer. My understanding is, and if someone can validate this, but I already got chills.
Me
Thank
too.
you.
Me too.
Before we even asked it, he liked to eat soup a lot. It's easy to digest and it's good for the system, as well as he had told me on Saturday, which I believe is the 23rd, April 23rd. He told me that he did not eat dinner that night because he had just started suspecting them when the plane went down. They dosed the soup. There is an Instagram post. Anyone who has it, please post it on the comment section of this video. There's an Instagram post where Prince asks, what's up with the soup? He wants to know why they're taking this whole pot of soup with them. And he said, good for you, right? And so you guys ask yourself what it meant. Then he said, just a day before, that basically, that's when he talked about you're not safe. There's another post when now you really know you're not safe. He just started putting it together, guys, which is why he didn't eat his dinner that night. He was going to take the food the next day and have it tested. He had just gone, and this was validated. I was shown this on the 23rd. I don't understand why people don't understand what channeled evidence means. I could not have known this, and I made it public way before the press. The Associated Press validated that he did not eat his dinner through Ray Roberts, that he didn't ding-dong Ray, that he didn't eat his damn dinner, that Ray had been there the day before. So let me stand corrected, and maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Maybe it wasn't Jewel that was there that day. Maybe it was Ray that made him the juice.
Wow.
But Prince watched him make it.
Chill.
He didn't know they had injected the pineapple with liquid cocaine and fentanyl. And I was told on the 23rd, I was shown morphine, and then they said opiates, and then they said, and cocaine. They showed it to me liquid. And you guys, when I work like this, I work on a case just like a detective would, psychic detectives. I go back in, I ask more questions, I receive more information. Every time they call it going into the wormhole, I get to widen the picture anytime that I can go into that space and work, and I write. With that said, it was injected in the pineapple. So he watched him, he was in the kitchen. Then if it wasn't Jewel, because Jewel says she hadn't been there in 3 weeks. That's wonderful, Jewel. But I do believe you made that soup. And I do know, I'm sorry, because I just got chills, that you guys were giving him arsenic or some other type of poisoning long term. And that is why he had not felt well. That is also why Prince told me himself, and this has been validated as well. So Ray Roberts himself validated that Prince regularly asked for juice. Now, I mean fresh fruit juice infused in water to aid in digestion, he even said, which were the words I used on the 23rd, because Prince used them with me. And I was also shown, and Ray Roberts validated through the Associated Press's report. If anyone watching has that, please post that report on the comment section so people can see it. Jewel Roberts also said, you're right, he didn't eat his dinner that night. He hadn't had anything to eat. So he was dosed all those drugs. The papain, which is an enzyme that naturally breaks down and helps digestion, made that drug go into his system even faster and even harder. And you'll see that it has long time been known that opiates mixed with cocaine is a lethal dosage. Guys, look it up. Our government has been using it. There's a book out, John Potash, I think it is. P-O-T, someone correct me on that or get his name. It's on my page, but it's John, and he wrote a book about how our government has been using drugs to kill our prophets, our political and our musical prophets. And again, this is because the Illuminutty, who is the higher power, they're the ones who pull our politicians' strings. They have their tendrils all in especially the music industry, but also Hollywood, because they've got to hold it down. So again, finishing the question, Why did he drink the juice if he was already suspecting them? Because he watched them make it. He didn't think they would inject a damn pineapple right in his face, and it was in a glass pitcher in the refrigerator. He watched him put it in, and he figured, that's safe. I can eat that. I can drink my juice. He didn't eat the dinner because he had gone, and this was also validated through press reports. So guys, please post the proof. I was told that he went to visit his doctor that day, and the reason TMZ had video footage of him angry was because he had just found out from his doctor that it looked like he was being poisoned, heavy metal toxins.
She just said that.
That's why his doctor was there in the morning. He died in his test results. Exactly. There's so much, and I went over this on the last video, guys. If you want all of the time frames, when he went to bed, all of the details, what's been validated, but that's the biggest stuff. And again, come on, let's do our research. How many people across America are prescribed fentanyl and they just happen to overdose and die? It's just ridiculous. And to keep thinking, and by the way, also, when you are that kind of star and you're that authentic and have that kind of relationship with God, addiction is no problem for you. And Prince himself told me his body was his temple, that he honored it for Jehovah.
Mm-hmm. He did.
He honored it for Jehovah. Ask. It was a temple. He didn't put drugs in this. And there are people that will validate when he had parties at his house. They weren't your typical Hollywood parties. He didn't have all that shit all over the house. He didn't offer that. He was not a drug addict. And I honestly, and I'm sorry to say it because I know part of this is my judgment, but good God, I don't believe that anyone even believes that. Please. Look at the man was a prolific artist and entertainer like no other. He insulted no one. He inspired the world. The only person that he didn't inspire are the people that fear him and fear authenticity. They fear bravery. Because you know what? This is what happens. This is what happens. We will get on here and say, right, Rachel?
That's right.
What the hell we need to say, right, Rachel?
That's right.
That's right. And there's there's an army. We've got an army of people that aren't afraid. We are not going to live afraid to speak the truth and say what we have to say.
That's right.
And we could sit here and name all the names, but just take this alone. John F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe, and then Hitlary. In more gratitude, John F. Kennedy Jr. Oh man, just when he was gonna run. And then we've got the nerve to call Bill Clinton. I don't even like saying his name. I get nauseated. Like, good God. We called him the first black president. Oh, good God. Oh, right on. Slap in the damn face. That's what we got. That's Gene says slap in the face. Thank you. What a slap in the face. Our first black president would have been John F. Kennedy Jr. Right?
Wow.
Our first black president was Abraham Lincoln. We shot him too. We shot him too. Woo! And then we had the nerve to say we freed the slaves. We didn't even give them the right to vote. Right? And now we're trying to keep them from voting. We're trying to keep them enslaved. Not only that, but now we're going to be nice. We're going to let Mexico in, but we're not going to let them vote either. And we're going to hold down the Latino and the Hispanic race as well. Okay, we're going to do that as well. Okay, and you guys, everybody's not a Mexican. Okay,
Right.
There's Colombia and Honduras and there's Spain, and you know what I mean. Like we could go on and on and on. Everybody's not a damn Mexican. Could we all just, and everyone's not just, whatever. Could we just, oh man. And here's the other deal. And I'm going to go back to notes and see what we haven't covered. But you guys, the government is creating racist propaganda. They are creating it. The people do not. Thank you, right? Divide and conquer. That's how they're keeping us in this two-party joke, and they're keeping us in this place of fear. We're so afraid that our brethren and our sisters are going to vote in the devil. Oh my God. Where is the trust and faith in God? This is supposed to be a fair democracy. When you're in kindergarten and you have a rainy day, so there's no playground time, and everyone's like, oh man, that sucks, right? Because recess was the best time ever, and the teacher wants to reassure you that it's okay. We're going to let everyone have a vote. So you can either play like beanbag basketball or we're going to watch a movie. And 11 of the kids want to watch a movie and 7 want to play beanbag basketball. All right? The other 7 that wanted to play beanbag basketball, they just shut up. Sorry to use that term, okay? My apologies for being so rude, but they shut the fuck up, all right? Or they go to timeout, all right? Because everybody's vote should count. Got it? And Hillary doesn't think so. And she receives money from Monsanto and from Big Pharma. And the United Arab Emirates are the largest contributor to the Clinton Foundation organization, crime organization. Why? Because they have a little deal in the one world order. They have a little deal with the Queen and everybody else involved. You know, like the 25 top richest fucking turkeys on the planet that entertain greed and comparison and jealousy. They probably all have little dicks too. Infinite love and gratitude. With that said, whoo, the one world order, what they're doing is they're helping Saudi Arabia own all the oil in the sand land because they're one of the powers that wanted the one world organization. And what Hillary gets is they get Haiti. That's why, check it. That's why the organization, the Hillary organization, has been buying up land in Haiti. That's going to be their own little country. She's going to be the queen of Haiti. Isn't that wonderful? Because they have oil and iridium and a bunch of other stuff, wonderful things. And here's what's funny about that, guys. You see there are enough resources on the planet. There's enough resources in Africa alone to feed everybody on the planet. But you guys keep buying into this idea that we're trying to feed Africa. We're trying to help her. No, we're flying planes over. We're sending them food that has carcinogenic agents so that they can start getting cancer, high rates of cancer like we have here in America.
Awesome.
So, yeah, right? It's true. In love and gratitude. We're doing our studies in the inner cities because we don't give them grocery stores or any bus transportation or anything. We tell them we don't have the funding for that, even though people pay 35 to 55% in taxes, but we can't have a bus system that works for the people. In love and gratitude. That's the other reason. Like, let's make it hard for them to vote too, right? That would be fun. Let's make it really hard for them to vote. But yeah, you got to get on like 7 buses to vote, right? For the love and gratitude.
You have to have ID or it's all these different restrictions.
They probably check your car registration and anything else they can find.
What's your credit score?
Any little rule you broke? Yeah, credit score. Oh, that's hysterical, guys. That's what they're going to do next. That's what they're going to do next. You know, your credit score's got to be, like 695 or above. They want to make sure you're paying something in taxes before you get to vote. Before you get to vote, they want to make sure you're paying your dues. I didn't know we had to pay to vote.
Yeah.
Why? I didn't know we had to pay to. Did you know we had to pay to vote, G? Did you know we had to pay to vote?
Nope.
I don't know. Hey, Snoop Dogg. Asshole. We missed the memo. And you're supporting what? Because what I'm going to tell you is if you're supporting Hitlary, that is a vote against freedom. It is a vote against the grain of God. And I'm sorry, some of y'all watching may not be old enough to remember, but she already been in the office with her lying, cheating ass husband, Bill.
Yeah.
They call him the first black president. The only thing Bill does is black or women, all right? That is all Bill does, it's black. He don't act black, he don't walk black, he don't give black, he don't give back or give black because he got enough money in his organization to feed lots of people if he wants to, but they're spending it on commercials for his crazy ass fucking wife. Infinite love and gratitude. So he ain't black. Dick Gregory's black. Dick Gregory's black. Infinite love and gratitude. Follow Dick Gregory, you guys. Give that man some support. He's been on this trail for a long time. And you know what happens if you're black and you bitch? You're just whining. You're just whining. And especially if you got a bag full of money. Right? Like Oprah, you better not say anything. You just be a whiny ass rich bitch, okay? That's how that works. And you know it. It's already happened to you. You know what I'm saying. I got to tell you, though, Hollywood, you're kind of disappointing me. You're really disappointing us. It ain't just me, it's us. And there's a lot of people because we're growing an army. And please stay connected, you guys. I will get the Raspberry Brigade page up, but the name may be changing a little bit, and I'll have a message from Prince coming in. But celebrities, if you're supporting Hilary Clinton, and I don't do this because this is not about judgment. I don't care who anyone's voting for. I don't care who becomes president. I won't be voting because I have trust and faith in God. I don't need the fucking government. Y'all think you need a broken system? Are you serious? We can help each other out a whole lot better than I only have one big brother. Okay, I only have one. That'd be Christ Joshua, my brother Jay. So we call that little fucker. That would be Babylon, the city of Washington. That's now Babylon. And so I don't need little fucker to help me out. I've been working as a ministry the last 8 years, and God has taken care of every one of my needs. Every one. Okay, and you guys got to go back and read that book if you don't know that that'll happen for you too. So maybe we could just leave this election to a real democracy and let everyone have a fair vote, and then see if we do that, then we're literally vibing with love, God who is love, and then God will handle it, man. If we do that, then God who is love can step in if we will get out of the way and remove our fears and just start deciding that we're going to love one another. But this is not about this. The vote for Hitlary goes against the grain of truth. God, love, and truth are one and the same. And I cannot believe, I am indignantly outraged. Indignantly, that means I have a right to my anger. I am so tired of people asking me, how do you be so angry? Yes. Mm-hmm. And we need to get a little more angry, right, guys?
Yeah,
we need to get a
be angry.
Thank you. They have stolen your damn vote. And those of you who think you're winning don't care that your brother and sister didn't get a vote. That's disgusting. And everyone needs to get a little more angry. With that said, and demand, because we will be in Washington. If you try and shove Hillary down our fucking throats, we will be in Washington. 100 or 1 million. And we will be celebrating a Freedom Fest here in Memphis, Tennessee. The date will come out a little bit later, but that is happening. With that said, I don't do this often, but I was asked to. This is not my decision, and it's not judgment. Hilary Clinton, Hitlary, Billary has lied enough. Enough is enough. Then we made her Secretary of State. The Clinton Foundation organization, criminal organization, has now amassed wealth like unbelievable. She is a machine, like the machine that ran through Avatar, tearing everything up. She is a liar and a murderer. Can someone please give me that list of names again of people who have been associated with Hillary, who have disappeared or who have been found dead? Science supports the theory that there are no such things as coincidence. There is only synchronicity. So what I'd like to know from everyone listening is, what other politician out there has that many names, either missing or dead, associated with them? John F. Kennedy Jr., Hitlary. Full chills. Full chills. John F. Kennedy Jr., Hitlary. He should have been the first, not the first black president, but he should have been one. I love that, because black doesn't really need to have a color anymore. Rach, I was really honored tonight. She gave me it's been my dream. She gave me my honorary black title today. And, because there is a black woman in here trying to get out. She's been there my whole life. Love gratitude. If Beyonce gets to be black, so do I. So there, Queen Bee. Infinite love and gratitude. Queen Bee, I hear they have a lot of shit on you, baby. And we'll love you anyway if you will come clean, because I'm tired of it. So here we go, Hollywood. Y'all, please come through and support the people, because if you don't, we are not going to support you. So here's what I'm telling you, and I was told by heaven today. Anybody supporting their vote for Hitlary, we no longer support you. Do not buy their music. Do not go to their stinking movies. If you want to support Hitlary, then we do not support you, because for the people, by the people, a true democracy supports God, love, and truth. Mm-hmm. No matter what your definition of God is, it better have love and truth after it. With that said, Again, any Hollywood celebrity that supports a vote for Hillary or Hitlary, we do not support you. I'm getting the Raspberry Brigade page together, and good God, I want 1 million people on it as fast as possible. As fast as possible. And so anyone who's willing to help and support, send me a message again. And I'm going to start asking next week for guidance on how people can assist to get this done, because the support's been amazing. I've been a little overwhelmed. Thank you for your patience with me. So Hollywood, did you hear? And Hollywood, those of you who know or would like to come forward with information, then please know that the people will support you. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm going to skip all that again. Let's see. I want to give an apology to Russia and to you, Sir Putin. I think, is it President Putin? Is he a president? President Putin? Tsar Putin? I don't know. Big dude in charge over in Russia. Is it still still Russia, or is it USSR now? I haven't been in the news for 10 years, you guys. But my apology to you, Sir Putin. My apologies, and I have to keep doing this. This is what they do on the news. But what happened was, he's the president. President. Thank you, Jennifer. President Putin, sir. My apologies. When I was shown the crow of the Illuminati, I just couldn't believe. I let my own thoughts get in the way, and I couldn't believe that the United States of America stunk more, that our political game and our jokers and our clowns are stinkier than what you guys have going on, way stinkier than what you have going on in Russia. In fact, my understanding is you would like to distance yourself from the white witch, Hitlary, big time. And sir, thank you. We the people of America, the people, not our stinking clowns of a government, if gratitude or the Illuminati or all that. We don't do all that, but the people support that. If you would like to get out from under the crow's wing, which the crow is Hitlary. Right now, my understanding is, and please ask audience for full validation, my understanding is that Hitlary is actually the most powerful woman and political figure in the Illuminutty right now, based on the fact that she's, we gave her the position of Secretary of State, and we're going to talk about that, Sir President Obama, in just a minute, because we have some questions for you, sir. We're doing our best. In fact, I'm just going to go there. So again, does anyone have any questions about the Crow and Hitlary? Well, what else do we have?
This lady said...
there's my girl Malls. I love you, Malls. That girl's got a voice. We're getting Malls out here for Freedom Fest, and she's saying, she sent me When Doves Cry today, and it's absolutely incredible. I love you, Malls. In fact, I would love you. I just didn't want to do it without asking, but I would love you to do When Doves Cry. I just got chills. Prince is asking you to please do that song and post it on my page for everybody. So if you're open, and so let me know. And if you're not, that's okay. But I think you are. There's Barb. She's gonna sing in a little bit. Oh man, I can't wait, because Malls, you're gonna meet Barb, and you guys will be singing on stage at Freedom Fest. This is so cool. And my gratitude. So let's go. We have a question.
Heaven doesn't do politics, and heaven doesn't condemn. Would you address that?
Yeah. No, this isn't about politics. What heaven does do is heaven doesn't like to see people suppressed. And heaven doesn't like to see people lied to. I don't vote. This isn't about that. I will not vote. I haven't been registered voter. I was registered voter for like 3 years a long time ago, and then I figured out the whole thing was a damn joke. So again, what I'm doing and what I'm asked to do, though, is God does believe in a fair vote. We got one in heaven before we all left for Earth, love and gratitude, and 51% of the population, the soul population, agreed to come down here to Earth. And so here we are. With that said, everyone deserves to get their fair vote, not some sort of system where we're being lied to and manipulated by a false government. So this isn't about politics. You're right. Heaven does not do politics at all. God does not really even care for what he calls Caesar's law. And he said that there is no leader of the world that's going to fix his world. He said it's the hearts on the planet. And I have lived without government assistance, working simply as a ministry, doing my very best. And I'm sure not hitting the mark every day because I'm not perfect. None of us are. But doing my best to be his hands and feet. And I have watched miracles happen in my life. And so, and I've never had to ask for government assistance. In fact, what I will tell you is that the government will block you from your relationship with God. That's what I will tell you. The government, the churches, religion, because God was not God's idea, just truth and love. But religion, the government, and the great psychics have all blocked us from our divine guidance and our relationship with God over the years. So telling people that certain people are psychic, that's ridiculous. Why would God pick and choose certain children to speak to and not others? Why would God create jealousy and comparison? God, who is love, is fair and righteous and humble and loving and never gives up on anybody. That is God, who is love. And so condemn, what God does condemn is evil. So God does condemn evil because evil is the lack of love. It's created by man's fear, not by God, who is love. Man and woman's fears have created evil as we know it. God does not condemn anything but evil. And what's going on is evil. When you have politicians, and especially a presidential candidate, number one, we don't even get a vote. We have it shoved down our throat. Here's your candidate. When I'm being told by heaven that over 50% of the country wants to see Mr. Bernie Sanders, Senator Sanders, get a shot at the office, and the rest of the people would like to see Donald Trump. That's how a fair vote goes. I don't understand what part of it people don't get. Just like I don't understand what part of no judgment. Because people come on here and go, you have a potty mouth, God doesn't curse. That's so much bullshit. I'm sorry, let's be polite. Bullshite? See, shite is Jewish for shit. It's like fancy shit. So, and I'll do my best to keep the F-bombs to about 5 a show, but I can't promise anything at all. But see, it's really funny because your judgment, right on, not bad. And so your judgment stinks worse than anybody's language, okay? It's the intention behind it, the intention behind the word that stinks. God doesn't speak a language, you guys. Hello! He does not press 1 for English, or 2 for Espanol, or 3 for fucking Chinese, 4 for German. God speaks to language of love, right? And we can all just tap in and go to that place and see each other through God's eyes. And then, just stop fighting and arguing, for God's sakes. And again, why is Hilary different? Because, good God, look at her track record. Look at how often she's lied. Look at how many people associated with her are missing or dead. Look at where she gets her money. That should be enough. And people have the nerve to ask me why I'm indignantly outraged. Good God. I want to ask why you, listening, are not more indignantly outraged. I'm more indignantly outraged that you are not. And if you don't like it, change the fucking channel and go get your own YouTube channel. Go get your own live video. I don't need your stinking opinions on my page. I love you all, but I'm not giving you my opinion. I figured out at 34 that the best thing I would ever do is stop thinking. I figured out that I would start lovingly demanding answers from the great vat of wisdom. I figured out that my choices hadn't gotten me anywhere in my life where I wanted to go. So I wasn't going to give anybody my damn advice. And I sure wasn't going to tell them how to raise children because I'd had 2. And I figured out that they're all different. So please, don't give anybody advice on how to raise their kids either. Just keep it to your own self. Start asking God how to raise your children. Start asking God for truth. Stop thinking that you know everything, for God's sakes. I am not giving my opinion. Over 50% of this country wants Bernie Sanders, and a true democracy would make sure that happened, that he was at least on the ballot. Period. Mm-hmm. Yep. Check. Hearts all over the page. Thank you. We are trying to suppress the people of color in this country and the people who don't pay enough in. We don't want to pay for them anymore. It's cheaper to just give them cancer than pay the welfare. And you guys want to... Here's what's funny. The great myth of the Hillary organization, because it ain't no administration. Everybody remembers him as the great black president because he increased welfare. He gave everybody more cash. And she was the great pioneer. I want you all to have health care. It's just my concern. I love you all. Healthcare is my concern because Monsanto, they're in my back pocket along with Big Pharma. So that's why healthcare is my concern. Your concerns and your health and well-being are my concerns. Right after I get rid of another prostitute that my husband slept with. Yeah, exactly. Check it. It's all in there. It's all recorded. It's all true. Infinite love and gratitude. Don't take it from me. So here we go again. Movie stars, you guys, I'm telling you, you want to support Hitlary? Then we're going to create as big an army as we can, and we're going to make sure we don't support you. All right? Now, movie stars, if you guys are being threatened by the Illuminutty or somebody else high up with a whole lot of money, if they drugged your lemonade, Beyonce, Jay-Z, like you drug Aaliyah in there too, and her plane just happened to go down. Gee, these coincidences, they just get so crazy, don't they? So crazy. It's so funny that we just believe that our amazing icons, our musical prophets, and our political prophets, these people that have to be so authentic and to be so creative. Do you know that the authentic mind and the creative mind go hand in hand? That creativity is tapping into God's source. So, and then we turn around and say these people are drug addicts. No, our artists, our prophets are some of the most balanced, stable, strong people, because when you have that kind of creative relationship with God, you don't know, what happens is you scare the hell out of the people in power, because now you have a world, you have fans, you have millions of people behind you, and you have the money to make a difference. You are now a threat. You are worth money to them dead, and you are a threat to them alive, especially if you are of color. If you are black or you are brown, you are Latino. Man, if you even have a little bit of olive, or like Beyonce, even if you're mostly white but a little bit black, you're still going to worry the shit out of them, all right? Because that's how it works. Infinite love and gratitude. See, one of these amazing prophets, they might take over and literally collapse this one world order and balance. These people are literally brought through the university systems, and they are trained to believe this way. We have professors that teach one world order and depopulation, population control in the classrooms. They justify putting poison in our food, and Hilary is part of it. And you want to vote for her and then ask me why I'm angry? Fuck you! Fuck you! Now, here's something I learned today, hot off the press. This is actual facts. Check it out. Merck, the company Merck, Big Pharma, the ones who make the blood pressure medications that are killing people. Merck bought shearing plow, correct? Shearing plow. They bought shearing plow. Merck just did that. They're on the move. This is one of Hillary's big funders. Yeah. Yep, she loves these guys. And then they bought Bayer. And Bayer bought Then Bayer came in and bought the consumer side. That's the over-the-counter side. Not the prescription, not the little orange bottles with the little white caps. But they bought, so Bayer then came in and bought from Merck, so now they're partners, the consumer side of Merck. So all the over-the-counter stuff Bayer now owns. Now check this shit out. Bayer, hi Bayer, hi guys, you big corporate pieces of fucking shit. They are now buying Monsanto. Yes! Oh my God! Bayer, Merck, and Monsanto. This is amazing. Hey, Hitlary. At this point, just with your involvement with these companies, you are responsible for more cancer death than Hitler's Jews. Monsanto, which we are now calling Poisonto, is driving the train. And we're all getting on it. They told us they were going to drive the Jews they were just going to relocate you to a wonderful new place. And then they gassed him after they worked him half to death. And so literally, you guys, you're sitting around letting the same thing happen to you and to your brothers and sisters all over the world. This isn't even about a damn country anymore. Imagine. All the people, imagine, oh my God, that's in Prince's song. It's right at the end when he sang about the chemtrails. So I don't want to hear from anyone else that Prince was not political. He didn't vote, but he was politically minded. You bet he was. You bet he was. So not another damn comment from anybody, or you're an ignorant fool if you think Prince was not politically minded and involved. Then you didn't do your research. And guess what, Jewel Roberts? If you weren't in that house, then it was your husband and you made the soup. I know, I've been a channel, and we have too many people who have the same read. They're receiving the same information that his chefs were involved. So was Taika. And it all came down the pike. Hilary Clinton knew that he was marked by the Illuminutty. She runs it. So if she knew and she didn't say anything, she's responsible too. And I don't want one more comment from somebody saying, oh, that's just crazy. Do you know I had one woman literally say, oh my God, you're being kind of hard on her. She's a grandmother. She's a grandmother. Oh, okay, so she actually had sex with Bill once. That's all we know. That doesn't make her a saint, sister.
Not necessarily, though.
That's true. They could have used a baster. I think he probably did. Infinite love and gratitude. I don't think there's a man on the planet that would get jiggy with her. She's scary as shit, right? We got a couple men in here. One at least is like, right. That'd be like taking it on with a black widow spider. You know what I mean? Or a praying mantis. Like when the jig is up, your jig is up. So with that said, President Obama, sir. I'm having a hard time with this because I didn't have an opinion of you. I didn't watch the news. I didn't really want to. I did have an opinion of you. It was one that was completely not politically based. I thought you were the funniest. I still think you are the funniest president we have ever had in office. You are the most magnetic and funny. When you played the Lion King, at the inaugural dinner or whatever that was. That was the funniest shit ever. Basically, you just told everybody your name was Simba. I thought that was hysterical. And, sir, you are funny. One of the jokes that I tell is that I'd give you 4 more years just for being so darn funny because, and not to be rude, but the whole thing's a joke. I think the president's a puppet, and it's a two-party joke. So I thought, if we got to have somebody in there, at least you're kind of cute and you're really funny. And then your wife has got, like, the balls. Man, she's badass. She's badass. And you guys are, like, really beautiful. And here's the thing, and I wanted to say this earlier. I'm confused because I've worked as an intuitive therapist, and the girls here are both healers as well. We're all connected to divine source, to God, who is love, and that's because we love God, and that's really all it takes. And so with that said, I've worked as an intuitive therapist, working with people for really over 8 years now. 6 years in my own private practice, 2 of those years interning at a drug rehab center here in town, and that was some hardcore stuff. And I'm really good at looking at function versus dysfunction, and I'm confused because from an outsider, and I was thinking about this today, we've had a lot of presidents in office, and man, their families have always been really fucked up, and it doesn't surprise me because I can see the dysfunction between Bill and Hilary, and we know that their daughter Chelsea had some rough years, man. That poor girl really had to walk it, and so you could think about other presidents' children. They all got kind of messed up too, and your girls are beautiful, and I know there's some rumors out there about you and Michelle actually hating each other and splitting, but I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I see a mutual respect. If anything, I maybe there's some pictures. I mean, they take a mean face, I think that's because, good God, 8 years of that stress and with what you're dealing with. But again, we have some questions, Mr. President. I'm sorry, sir, President Obama, and I'm thanking you for your service, and please thanking your family as well. You signed some paperwork yesterday, I believe, that broke my heart, and I know it broke Rachel's heart, right?
Yep, sure did.
Because we are trying so hard to believe, and my understanding, but I got to go back and ask because I'm always open to being wrong. But it was clearly channeled to me that you've been working undercover. My understanding, I just got chills, that you've been giving information to some of the Hollywood stars, that Prince was a friend of yours. That's my understanding. With that said, I could understand, and I was also told that you understand the possible threat to yourself and to your family and to your girls. Man, so I'm just telling you that if people listening, if anyone can validate that that's true, then I would really appreciate it, because again, my heart is broken. It just really shook my foundation when you signed that paperwork to hold back the indictment and the investigation on Hitlary. Our hearts are broken, sir, and so we would like to also know why you're endorsing her. I was also told that part of the deal when you got the deal as president, because that's how it works. It's like a big package deal that everybody gets. And again, I want to go back on this because everybody does understand that Bayer and Merck are now in business together, and Bayer is purchasing Monsanto, which we're now calling Poisonto. So hashtag Poisonto, hashtag Illuminutty, hashtag Hitlary, hashtag Hilary, hashtag Justice for Prince, hashtag For the People, By the People, hashtag Take Back Your Vote. With that said, the presidency is a puppeted position now. It's a puppeted position, not coveted, a puppeted position where you have a bunch of very rich people, elitists around the world, and people in other countries who are running things and pulling strings. My understanding is part of the package deal that's given to the president, they have to follow some rules. And my understanding, sir, and please everyone listening ask if this is valid, my understanding is they told you would have to make her Secretary of State. And I will tell you this, working as an intuitive therapist for as long as I have, I'm trained to go in and find what's called the gap. And what does that mean? Yes, I can see when someone's lying to themselves or lying to others. Sometimes we don't know we're lying to ourselves because we believe the shit that's going on in our head. That's called the ego. With that said, I also track, where was I, Rach? President Obama.
Yeah.
We want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Gratitude. Everybody listening, please, I guess just validate for me that. And I don't know where I lost track there, but we'll just keep moving along, and if someone wants to comment on that. But again, just very disappointed, and then endorsing him. That's where I was going. Thank you. They took me back. As an intuitive therapist, and honestly, I think you guys look at the video, all right? There's video of Hilary. She just has this look of like, on her face about reptilian. Obama. Okay, yeah, reptilian. Thank you. It's very reptilian. She's very reptilian, actually, kind of snaky. Like a viper. And with that said, there is video of her where you can literally see the venom she has for Barack, and you can see the venom that he has for her. Like, there's no love lost there, right? Like, I mean, we're just, everybody's not asleep, you guys. Hey, Babylon, that's the new name for Washington, so hashtag Babylon, because we're tired of your shit, you jokers and clowns. With that said, we're not all asleep. Hello? We're not all asleep, and we're waking up. And people are getting ready, willing, and more able to do that every day. So we're going to demand again for the people, by the people, guys. And if anyone knows how to make this happen, please let me know, and we'll start making it happen. But can we get a petition together to counteract that? I mean, just because he's the president, don't the people get to say? I mean, I'm sorry, sir, but that's some bullshit. Because, right? Bullshit? Can we see it again? Bullshit. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's be polite now, Gene. Bullshite. Bullshite. We're going to be polite. You know, that's the way we do it here in Memphis. Here in town. We're polite down here, right? At the dojo. All right. Yeah, we got support here. Hope you all are watching tonight. Hilary, I hope you're on there. I know they have this little computer program, by the way, you guys. The hills have eyes. And they're watching you. So do your phones. Your phones, they can tell wherever you are anytime now, because we have this device we won't let go of.
That's why they give them out free.
Right? Yeah, they will. They give you a free phone, and then they ask you for your fingerprint, and we're all so stupid. We're like, okay. Now your fingerprint's in the cloud. They have all of that. And they have a computer program that pops up these little red flags when they hear certain words, which is also why it's kind of nice to fuck with them, you know, like saying Hitlary and stuff like that. It sounds like cutlery, you know what I mean? They're like, what? What? You know, it'll take them a while to get it. So we just fuck with them like that. With that said, because it's fun, right? Mm-hmm. It's really fun. We got to live in this country. We're not going to shut up. Okay, we're just not. We're not. We have a right to say what we want to say, and we have a right to a fair democracy. And I'm sorry, everybody with privilege, when you're afraid you're going to lose your 401ks and your Audis and your fucking 4,000 square foot houses and your retirement plans, so you're going to vote for Hillary because it's the worst, the least of the worst evils. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? Go, please go line up in your box with your cross on it, and don't forget to read the book. I wouldn't want you to have any trust and faith in God or anything like that. I would want you to just vote for the least of the evils. She only lied a few times, and maybe
about everything.
Yeah, about everything. She only lied once about everything. Everything. There's only been more war. Thank you, since she's been Secretary of State. That's because she promotes it. She works for the One World Order. She works for Poisanto because they give her so much money. You bet she works for them. They don't give that shit away for free. They didn't give that to her because they like how she looks in her fucking skirts. No one likes how you look in your skirts, Hitlary. You look fucking ridiculous in your skirts. And you're not going to put your fat ass in the Oval Office. I told you I wasn't going away, and I fucking meant it. Alrighty, that felt so good. I highly recommend you all trying that sometime. Just get your indignant fucking anger out. And anybody who thinks that it's just not okay to get angry, well, book a session. Please, you're more fucked up than I am. And your judgment stinks. Infinite love and gratitude. Why I know what I know? Because I'm a conscious channel. That's why. Because this shit is not my idea. And I'll tell you this, so we're going to take a little detour. Last night I talked to Lorenzen Wright. He's the NBA star that played here for the Grizzlies. He played for the Clippers. He was murdered. He was shot in the face 7 times out of jealousy and greed by his wife, Shara, who set it up and had his best friend, Kenny Brown, walk him to his death. Shara and Kenny, your story's coming, guys. Your story's coming. So Lorenzen Wright's best friend and sister, I talked to them both last night on the phone, and it was amazing. It was amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Because as a conscious channel, an evidentiary psychic medium, I don't believe in psychics. We're all psychic. That's just how I use my psychic gifts. Y'all can do it too. Book a session. I'll teach you. I've been doing it 8 years and watching people wake up and talk to God for 8 years. Thousands at this point of people in Infinite Love and Gratitude I'm honored to say are my friends and I have worked with. With that said, how do I know? And I'll just go back there. How do I know? Because I didn't know these things in the first place. Where was I just? Bring me back on point real quick.
Ren,
yeah. Thank you. Infinite Love and Gratitude. It's my late brain. In love and gratitude. With that said, Lorenzen Wright, I was on the phone with his sister last night and with his best friend who lived with him at the time that he crossed. And both of them remarked at how amazing it was. And in fact, the story that I did on the details of his murder, and I give exact names in the Memphis City Police Department. We're going to be doing that live as well. I cannot wait, along with the Ketty murders. And we're going to be doing that. And the reason is because there's still no justice there. We have a crooked police force here in Memphis that knows if they solve his death, they're going down too. Well, I'm going to make sure they go down. And Shara, I'm coming for you just like Hitlary. You guys are the same ilk. You have no conscience. Lacking love, lacking empathy is the definition of evil. And that takes it full circle. So you guys want to know why I feel this way? I'm sorry that y'all are missing it, but a vote for Hitlary is a vote for evil, for God's sakes. You think it's okay? So population control is okay? Serving people food that causes cancer is okay? The fact that she gets money from these corporations is okay? No, there's nothing wrong with me. There is something wrong with you. Period. With that said, I'm going to be doing Lorenzen Wright's story, and this is what was said last night by his sister and his best friend. His best friend couldn't believe that I could tell him the story about the time that Ren got busted in the motorhome with the wrong woman, and he had to climb out the window. He goes, "Oh my God, that was my birthday, Abigail. How'd you know about that?" I said, "Because Ren told me about that." So that was one thing. And then I talked to his sister, and I didn't know this, but his best friend was so impressed, like mind blown, that this woman who didn't know Lorenzen Wright in life had come through with all these details that he knew was correct, evidence that I couldn't have known. He sent that video to everyone in Ren's family and said, "If you haven't heard her, you got to listen to this." And Lorenzen Wright's father contacted Savia and said, "Who is this woman? Because if she doesn't know someone in his family, she knows what happened."
Wow.
Now, I'm not going to be right about all that and wrong about all this. So I have a right to be indignantly angry and righteously angry. And I appreciate that everybody is not maybe ready for all this or awake. Because when I first started hearing that all this was true, I went, whoa. And it took some time for it to sink in. That's how I know it's true. Because these are things I didn't know before. I didn't know our government was smart enough for any of this. And honestly, they're not. They're not smart enough. Bunch of clowns, jokers, and puppets up there on the hilly old hill. Infinite love and gratitude, and that's what she wants to make it, the hilly hill. Well, I'm sorry, Hitlary. It ain't going to be no hilly hill. We are going to win this battle. We'll take it all the way to November. And we're going to start with Freedom Fest right here in Memphis. We had a meeting about it today. And the crew is here to talk about it. Believe me, it's going to be a fun day. We're going to laugh. We're going to sing, spoken word, comedy, music, and we're going to speak the truth. Anything somebody wants to say, it's going to be spoken. Infinite love and gratitude. And we're going to demand that our democracy be returned to us. We're going to demand that our vote count. This is not about who becomes president. I hope the whole world could get more trust and faith in God than to worry, for God's sakes, about who is president. Does it not say in the book that if you can't change it, let it go? Does it not say that worry and anxiety go against the grain of God? That trust and faith is where it's at? God, love, and truth. God, love, and truth. I'm so tired of hearing from you guys your justifications on why it's okay to vote for Hitlary. Then you do not have God and you don't have love either. If you will place your vote with a bitch who is murdering people and justifies it. I have a right to be angry, and good God, Omar, I will speak my truth and everyone else who's had something to say. And how dare you not stand up? And how dare you not speak for the people who are being suppressed in this country and around the world? How dare we all not find our voice? Prince had his voice, but he had a lot to lose, and he knew they were going to get him for speaking, and so did Michael, and so did so many others, and so did JFK. So did Abraham Lincoln. In love and gratitude, he told me the worst decision he made that night was wearing that damn hat. Great target, right? It was like putting horns on a deer. Here I am. In love and gratitude. If they want you dead, don't wear a tall hat. George, take the hat off. George, take the hat off, baby. Take the hat off. They're going to come for you too, the queen. You know it. You better watch your mouth. Better watch your mouth. The queen is watching you, watching you. Alrighty, so let's see what we missed today. I don't know. A message from Prince, guys. A message from Prince. And again, guys, please, can someone look up for me? How many people in the country are prescribed fentanyl and don't just like pass out and accidentally die from it? Okay? And then let's ask why they're not telling us about the cocaine that was mixed with the fentanyl and why the autopsy took like a jillion fucking weeks. And why the cremation happened so fast and then the ashes are being spread in an undisclosed location by his amazing and sweet sister bitch Tyka. Who happens to be friends, by the way, with Ray and Jewel Roberts. Oh, they're friends. They're friends. Yes, in love and gratitude. And Ray and Jules pretend that they were such good friends with Prince. It's just not true. Just not true. In love and gratitude. And that friendship was disintegrating. He was on to you. He was going to have that food tested the very next day. Infinite love and gratitude. You got him with the pineapple. So going back to this, here's the message, man, from Prince, and it's not an easy one, but it's what he asked me to say. He said, "Please don't make this an Elvis event." He said, "I'm home. I'm in the kingdom. I'm with Father Jehovah. His sacrifice, he's telling me, was a worthy one." He wants us to celebrate his life, but he wants us to start focusing on our mission. He wants us to take what he started in his beliefs, and what he told me today was that he wants us to start taking care of one another. He wants us to start taking care of the people in our country that we're trying to suppress. He did. He spoke about the chemtrails. He spoke about how they fly them over the inner cities and the hoods more. He talked all about this, and if you don't believe me, yes, he did, and he followed Dick Gregory. He loved the man. Thank you. That's right. I don't want to hear another word from some ignoramus out there who tells me that that is not true. Just go fucking blow, all right? It's all over the place. It is too true. So we are to love one another. Reach out. Go to the inner cities. Make sure your brother and your sister's vote counts. That is what Prince would have wanted to see. He wouldn't have voted. And you can take his route. You can decide that you have so much trust and faith in God. Fuck them. Fuck them. We don't need your system. We will take care of each other. I had someone tell me one time, they commented on there, "Oh, we know she's not real because she thinks Memphis is a supportive town where people love each other and support each other. And I lived there for a year and a half. I went to the U of M, and it was not supportive." Oh, you were here a whole year and a half? Whoa, whoop-de-doo. And you went to the U of M? Wow. Did you drive a Beamer too, you spoiled little brat? I'm sorry, you didn't get into Memphis then, because you got to get into Memphis to get into Memphis. This is one of the most supporting, loving cities I've ever been in. And I'm going to go ahead and speak it. I'm going to go ahead and speak it. The only knife I've ever had put in my back was put there by a white person. Infinite love and gratitude. That's my experience. Sorry, I'm allowed to speak it. Infinite love and gratitude. So there you go. Memphis is one of the most loving, amazing communities. I'll tell you, this city, she's a crazy bitch. She's a crazy bitch. She's like bipolar girlfriend you can't help but love. You know what I'm saying? If you get a really nice day, or heaven forbid 4 in a row, she's gonna slap you silly. It'll be 180 the next day, or an ice storm, one or the other.
Or both.
And she may change her mind about noon. You know what I'm saying? It could look like an ice storm in the morning, and about noon she could go fuck it, 180. And that's Memphis. You just have to love her. She's very creative. She's genius, really, isn't she?
Yes.
Woo!
Absolutely.
This is where the Zebra Coalition and the Rainbow Milky Way have started. In love and gratitude. And I will tell you right now, you can't live in this city and see anything but that the political agenda is to make sure that racism keeps going, to split and divide us so that we argue every 4 years over our candidates when we need them to give us our vote back the way it was intended, for the people, by the people. And Thomas Jefferson himself showed up the other day. You can talk to anybody on the other side. And he said it was supposed to run like Miss America. First place, second place, third place, and runner-up. I do not want a swimsuit competition. That is just nothing I need to see. Especially, and I'm sorry, Donald, because I know you're not the racist they're trying to say you are. I don't know. All I know is you must be a badass because you've like almost lost everything a couple of times and then made back more. And I'm just saying maybe we could use that kind of accounting right now. That's all I'm saying. I know you're not the racist they say because I know you were at Big E's birthday party. And you were the only black man in the room and you didn't have an agenda. You were just hanging out, having a good time with the folks. And I would have been at Big E's birthday party too, hanging out with my brethren and my sister. And that's why I hang out at Soul Speak on Tuesdays. I'm usually one of 2 or 3 little white girls in the room. And I keep wondering every week, why do white people aren't there? Like, what is wrong with them? Infinite love and gratitude. But with that said, thumbs up right on you guys. So with that said, you guys, this is not about politics, but it is a spiritual and political revolution and fight for our basic rights and freedom. Our 10 Amendment rights. Go, baby, go.
Stand up.
We got music coming in a minute. So any questions? With Barbara Janice, Infinite Love and Gratitude. Stand up for your rights.
We got pictures of chemtrails on Memorial Day.
Pictures of the chemtrails.
We saw the chemtrails today.
Sorry, baby. Today? These were today?
This was on Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
We
So
saw
here's
some chemtrails
here's chemtrails.
today.
Oh, I don't know if we can see it in the light, but
We can share it on your page.
We'll share it on the page, guys. We had chemtrails today. Oh, they love to hit Memphis. Anywhere, and they'll go right over the hoods because they want to make sure it comes
This is
right
North
down.
Memphis.
They also put shit in the water supplies, okay? Because I can tell you I've lived in different places in Memphis, and the water tastes different in different places. They want to tell you it's all from the same well. Wink, wink, wink. Right? Yeah, oh, it's the pipes. Yeah, I love gratitude. With that said, this is a spiritual, political revelation and fight for freedom. The message from Prince is this. Please, no bobblehead Prince dolls in your fucking car. Let's not, like, you know how much money is spent at Graceland? There is so much money spent at Graceland on trinkets and Elvis shit. Elvis doesn't want that. He came through years ago and told me that. He said, would you please tell people to get the fuck out of my house? That's what he said. And then he said, would they please understand my real message? I loved God. Did you guys know that? That Elvis loved God? That highly creative, genius, authentic people love God? Whatever their definition of God is? They do. They do. And they spend a lot of time going to that creative place that God is. Because God is art. And God is creativity. God is love. God is passion. God is bravery. Love is vulnerability. All at one time. Love is. God is. Gentle as a breeze and strong as the wind. All at one time. God has a right to indignant anger. And so do you. Infinite love and gratitude. Let me see, did we miss anything? We already covered this. We're not feeding the people in Africa. There are enough resources in Africa, in that beautiful, beautiful country, to feed the planet.
The entire...
If we wanted to feed Africa, we would be feeding Africa. If we wanted to cure AIDS, good God, we created AIDS. Right. We gave it to the African people first.
The CDC has a patent on AIDS.
Okay.
Has a patent. Who does?
The CDC.
The CDC has a patent on AIDS. They have a patent on the swine flu virus. They have a patent on the Asian bird virus. Ebola. They have patents on Ebola. They have patents on all of it. Then they turn around and create inoculations that Big Pharma gets subsidized money from the government for, and the Hillary fucking crime organization gets paid. Every single one of our politicians that gets paid is a fucking puppet. We need to change legislation now. No corporation is allowed to give, and no politician gets to have a non-fucking profit. They get paid enough money when they retire. Bill fucking Clinton, you shouldn't get a dime for the job you did, you lying son of a bitch. First black president, my white fucking ass. The one I told your wife to kiss. Infinite love and gratitude. In fact, if I remember correctly, I said I'll save my asshole specially for her. Whew, didn't know I was going to say it again. It feels good. Infinite love and gratitude. We're going to take it down at just a notch, just a notch. I'm going to remind everybody again that God, love, and truth are interchangeable words. You cannot have one without the other. A vote for Hitlary is a vote against the grain of God. I don't give a shit what your opinion is, or if you're worried about your Audi and your 4,000 square foot house and your privilege and whether your son goes to college. It's time we worry about the people who are on the bus stop trying to get the fuck out.
I'm living under a bridge.
Living under a bridge. And we drive past in our Audis and we have the nerve to turn up our nose. And then you sit in your box with your cross. How dare you? While you look at our country and our vote being taken from the people and you don't care. You take your privilege and shove it up your ass along with your Hillary sign. The ones we can't find. Because we're going out on a trip, all us girls, and we've got others. We might have to rent a van.
Right.
We're going to drive around Memphis looking for a single Hitlary sign in a single yard, because I see Bernie signs. And we're going to go all over Memphis looking for one single Hitlary sign. And I bet you we don't find one. And if we do, it'll be in fucking Collierville. Infinite love and gratitude. With that said, here's the message. Prince wants you to please let him rest and let him do his thing and make music in heaven. Keep celebrating his music and we will continue fighting. But please turn your focus to loving one another and turn your focus to the children. Turn your focus to the children. If you can't, if it's too hard, if you're not ready, willing, or able to love the grown-ups, because it's harder, then please love the children. It's not their fault. Please love the children that are growing up in shambles for houses. Please love the children who live in houses that don't have proper air conditioning or heating or lighting, that have bugs crawling through their food, please, or don't even have enough food in their cupboards. Please help the kids. I don't know where this is coming from, but Prince wanted what's called the music farm. Anybody who feels called, any music teachers, anybody who feels called to work with children, there are all kinds of ways to get grants, and there's GoFundMe, and there's all kinds of things now that you can do. Go get a piece of land, take in children that need homes, teach them how to grow food, get real seeds, don't get Monsanto shit. Teach them how to eat healthy and teach them how to play instruments. You know, there's children that want to learn music. They want to learn arts, but we take it out of the schools. They don't have the money. They don't come from places where they have resources. While you all are worried about your Audis and your 4,000 square foot homes and whether your son gets through college. We have children that barely get an education, for God's sake. And then we wonder, I drove past the bus stops. Why is it all the black people on the bus stops in Memphis? Why are there no white people on the bus stops? And I'm not going to sit here and nobody better make any comments on my channel, our channel. This is J Project's channel. Don't you make any comments to me if I hear one person try and tell me that it's because they're lazy. I swear to God, I'll energetically slap you from here. I will energetically, with love and fire, slap your dumb ass from here. You tell me people live that way because they're lazy. No one wants to live like that, dumbasses. And so here's my message for anyone. This is for all of the women, all of the dumbass women of any color voting for Hillary. Please look at how many times she changes her tune and her story about every issue, and then ask why she is literally backing fracking, which is causing earthquakes, pouring poison back into Mother Earth. Ask yourself, every woman, because these are her people, her constituents, that just choose the least of the worst evils. They all lie a little. They all lie a little. Good God, the woman doesn't know how to do anything but lie. She opens her mouth and it's like vomit pouring out. You nasty thing. You snake. You nasty bitch. All women voting for Hillary of all colors, dumbasses. This message is for you. In love and gratitude, you're voting for her because she's a woman. She's a woman. Then let's just leave Michelle in the office. That covers 2 bases. She's black and a woman. Or better yet, then let's get a Jew and a woman in there for God's sakes. Sorry, Jewish woman.
There we go.
Polite. I'm sorry. I didn't mean a Jew. I just don't care. To me, like, I wouldn't care. I'm a Jew. I'm a black Jew, for God's sakes, who's stuck in a white body. And this is Barbara behind me. Our joke is that she's whiter than I am. We know it. She is. Infinite love and gratitude. She'll agree. She'll agree. And my ass is bigger too, and she should be mad.
Well, I was.
She was mad. She's gotten over it now. The joke is that when she was in heaven and she checked the black box, she forgot her ass, and I was behind her and I noticed and I said, "Can I have barbs?" And that's how I lucked out. So that's how that works. And actually, I would have never done that to you. I would have never really stolen her ass. I would have been like, Barb, don't go. You left your ass. You know, and it goes with the black box. You're supposed to go get your ass. Okay, so with that said, black folks that are voting for Hillary, you guys, please, and I think we've covered it. I'm sorry, you're buying the myth. You're remembering something that you were sold that is not true. They are not your sponsors. They're not speaking for you. They are not behind you. It's the opposite. They are trying to suppress your vote, and they are literally the ones creating the racial propaganda that is keeping us separated. She is behind it. He is not a black president, and she's not going to be your fucking champion. So please, black folks, listen. Please. And Donald Trump is not is not a racist. I don't know what his beliefs are, why you want to get mad at him. He's a little crazy, and quite honestly, I just figured if I have to look at somebody, because to me it's just a puppet, I don't mean this to be mean, Donald, but I just have never really wanted to look at anybody for 4 years, but not you. In love and gratitude. And I do believe that anyone should get to wear their hair any way that they want to, and I appreciate you for being so unique. And I appreciate uniqueness, but it's a little hard to look at sometimes, but so was my first video. Infinite love and gratitude. So I can't say a lot. In fact, he and I kind of act alike. I'm a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I don't think
we're both very passionate.
We're both very passionate. Yes, thank you, Rach. We're both very passionate, and sometimes that looks crazy. So people who are really scared of him, just please realize some of that is just his passion, which is why he can lose everything and make it all back and then some more. And again, I just want him. I want Bernie Sanders. It's not because I care. I'm not going to vote, but it's what the people want, guys. And if this is a democracy, then we would have Bernie in there as president, which is cool because we get to cover 2 lovely bases with that. He's Jewish, right? And he's president. And maybe if we had a girl in there somewhere, I don't know, Jewish girl in there somewhere, black Jewish girl, we could just cover everything, and then we wouldn't have to worry anymore about all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Can we just stop worrying about it? So we'll just cover all the bases, get it all out of the way. We'll put Sarah Silverman in there as something because she's funny, she's Jewish, and she's a woman. Infinite gratitude. And then so this message is also, guys, in oh man, I could get some backlash for this, but guys, this is for the rainbow. And I mean, you see, rainbow is just love. To me, rainbow just means non-judgment, because I'm kind of gay. We're all kind of gay. In love and gratitude, I just love everybody, you know, in love and gratitude. And a lot of us have tried a lot of things. So, like I tell my kids, you don't have to eat anything you don't like, but you have to try it once. So I've tried a lot of things more than once. Some of them I'll try again, and some of them I won't, without judgment. love rage. And now everyone's minds are like, oh, good God.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And what I'd like to do is just get away from labels, because I'm so tired of like offending people. You know, I mean, one person's like, I'm this and I'm that. And so when you get into this, I always get really confused. So I never know, like, I always have to go, are you gay? Or, you know, gay and lesbian, you can pretty well figure that out. But then the transgender thing gets a little confusing for some of us that just like to love people. Like, I don't give a shit who you love, okay? Like, neither does God. God literally does not care if you have an orgy, as long as everybody in the room is having a good time and wants to be there and is coherent and of a legal age to make that decision. So some of those things have to be at play. But God doesn't care. God doesn't care if you sleep with a goat, as long as the goat is happy about it. That's really all that goes on there. And so, but I'm not comparing that, please, in any way to my next subject, because that's the next thing. They'll be like, she called gays and lesbians and transgender goats. No, I did not. No, I did not. No, I did not. In Philemic Gratitude. And again, as I said, then I'd be calling myself a goat, sort of, in a way. So with that said, guys, this message is big time for gays, lesbians, transgenders, and Caitlin. and everybody else. Guys, if you're voting for Hitlary, you've been snookered, man. I'm sorry, but we've got a jillion links where she has changed her mind depending on how the wind blows in Ohio versus Minnesota versus Iowa, of course, that's an important one, versus California. Out there, she gets a little more loosey-goosey, of course, you know what I'm talking about. And then when she goes to the more conservative state, she completely changes her position, because we allow our politicians to have speech writers. They don't even have to write their own shit. Good God, I should be president then, because I write my own speeches, for God's sakes. I think that's fucking ridiculous. Oh yeah, just write my speech and I'll just read it off the teleprompter. Oh, it's so hard to be president. Oh my God. You know, we're just going to hire all these people to write your shit, tell you what to do. It's just a ridiculous joke. But she's changed her position on gay marriage and what she believes. In fact, you can go back a long time ago, back to Hilary. Oh, she was completely against gay marriage of any kind, gay people. I mean, she was literally, you could see it on her. I mean, she would just tense up. I mean, it was almost like she would have taken back their vote too. Right? She's already trying to suppress the vote of people in color and people who don't pay into the system that she so believes in, because she believes in depopulation and one world order. She also, in Philemic Gratitude, as I said, so, you know, you getting this? She wanted to take away your vote too. See, she's part of that big pharma that came over here and spread AIDS all throughout your community so that we could make sure that gay marriage stayed an issue, and that we kept you guys from having any more rights, just like when we freed the slaves but didn't give them their rights back. It was all a joke. And we still got people of color trying to fight for their rights today, and they're not allowed to complain about it, because then they're complaining. So talk about it, because if they talk about the truth, then they're complaining about it, and that's the truth, especially if they have money. And if they have money and they're complaining about it, now they're targeted. Because now if you have as much power as they have, and people are following, and then they have the money to boot, then they could start really running and controlling this joke. They could start literally bridging the gap. And that's what happens when we love, especially our prophets, our musical and our artist prophets and our political prophets of color. We love them. Why? Because they've had to fight, man. So they are authentic. That's why, because they've had to fight for who they are. That's why, because they are braver than the people of privilege. They are braver by far than people of privilege. And that is a fact, and it's true. And that's why people like Prince were a threat to the people of privilege who want this one world order, who want to make sure that their happy little lifestyles and their control and their money, their greed continues. Their need for power. They have no God in their life. There's no God. It's pure evil. So why is your vote, and why is it connected to Prince? Because I will tell you, just based on her connections just based on her connections. And they're political, but they go way past the United States of America's borders, just based on her connections. She had knowledge of Prince's death, and she had the nerve to walk out and give a speech while his music played behind her. And I hope that she spends her days in the hell that she has created in her own mind. I hope she spends eternity there for that. I hope she spends eternity there, because what I was told is that she is pissed off just about everybody. Actually, everybody in the fifth dimension. In full gratitude, that would be heaven. So is there anything that we missed today? Because we're going to take it out tonight with some amazing music from the beautiful, the talented, the amazing Barbara Janice Lester from right here in Memphis, where we have got so much talent in this city, girl.
Sure do.
We have got so much talent in this city. It is ridiculous. I mean, seriously. It makes Hollywood look a little bit sad. I'm just telling you, Memphis, we need to take back our position in music here in Memphis, and we need to take back our history and raise the vibration even more. But man, we're doing a great job here in Memphis as it is. Zebra Coalition, man, and J Project, checking out. This has been another amazing podcast or live airing on Facebook. I hope this put all the pieces together. Please support you guys. Send me your messages. I'll be going on live in the next day or two, simply to go over some of the other stuff people have been asking me about. We will also have what's called the Prince Portal, Radical Healing Portal, on Sunday. We're going to do 2 of them. This is important. 2 of them. They're going to be 3 hours a piece. I'm going to take my whole Sunday to do this. It's by your donations only, so it's donations only. I don't care if you got $1 or you got 100 because you feel like it. It's all going towards the concert, the Freedom Fest concert, and making sure that we get our rightful candidate, that we get for the people, by the people, and our vote back in full love and gratitude, that this message gets out there. And we're going to do it through song, through comedy, through music, through song, through comedy, through spoken word, and through some speaking. It's going to be an amazing day. The date will be coming up soon. Anyone who wants to get involved with that, please message me and let me know. The Prince Portals will be this Sunday. You can join from your home on Google Hangouts. I can only take 18 people because it's only 10 each. I will do more of these. So the first 18 people that send me a message, and I know some of you have already said that you want to be on, so we've already got some spots taken. And so the first 18 that go on, and then the rest will go on a list, and I'll tell you guys the next Prince Portal date. These are amazing, from your home and your computer. Rach has been on one.
Yep.
They're awesome. You get to join us. There'll be 10 of us on live. Everybody's going to work together intuitively. We're going to help guide each other. We're going to ask questions. We're going to talk to Prince. We're going to help each other heal. We're going to talk about why his crossing has caused so much grief for so many people, so much sadness and so much rage and anger, especially now at the fact that we're being told that he overdosed and we know it's not true. There's so many of us that he's speaking to, and we're hearing through our hearts. So we know that. So the Prince Portals will happen this Sunday. Yay, Malls! I can't wait because I'll get to see you and everybody. So everyone's
She is awesome.
She's way awesome.
She's awesome.
And Malls, can you please post Doves Cry on my page? Please let people hear your beautiful voice and what you sang for Prince, because it's amazing. And we need your donations on Sunday, because part of that is going to be getting Molly and her beautiful son and her beautiful husband, who does camera work. So he's going to be videoing for Freedom Fest and for all the performers, so we can hopefully maybe even live stream. Talk to him about that, Malls, if that's possible. I would love to live stream the concert so that people who can't get to Memphis can join us during that day. That would just be amazing, wouldn't it? Oh my God, I'm feeling the love. I felt the chills. And it's going to be a tribute. It's a tribute, but it's justice for Freedom Fest, justice for Prince. And it's going to be a great day. So again, Prince Portals on Sunday. I can take 18 this Sunday. It'll be 2 calls, and I'll get the times up. And we're 10 on each call, so 9 in addition to me. We can all see. Awesome. We've got Marilyn. May, you're on there, girl. Gotcha. We're getting messages coming in now, so jump on there. There'll be 10 of us on each call, and then we can get together in these groups again. You guys, it's amazing how God brings people together. We can all see each other, isn't it? They're so fun because we all get to meet each other, people from all over the country, even all over the world. I've had people reaching out from Japan and London and Canada and all over the place. It's been just freaking amazing. So that your support, I love you guys so much. In full of gratitude. It depends what time. Deb, I'll let you know, and we'll do 2 times. Let me just kind of figure times out for everybody now, so you can let me know what time. And then if these times don't work for you because you're in some other part of the world, please message me and let me know what time you need. I'm willing to do one at 9 o'clock at night, which I know for our Australian friends and our friends over in Japan and other parts of the world, we may have to do a 9 or 10 o'clock portal because it's like a 12-hour time difference. That's okay. I'll take a nice nap that day. I love naps. Don't you love naps?
I love them.
And Rach is having a baby soon, as we said. Little Gaia Abigail. She loves naps. The baby's got to have naps. In fact, naps are good for everybody. So is laughter, and so is getting Barb gets naps. We take naps at the dojo all the time. Barb and I'll go, is it time for a nap? It's time for a nap.
It is almost time for my nap, Abigail.
It
I've
is
got to be on
almost-
the
I know.
radio.
All right,
At
so
7:30 tomorrow morning.
all right. So we got to do music. So get to me on the portals. Here's the 2 portal times, and then Barb's coming in with live music to close us out. I'm gonna let her take my chair so you guys can see Barb. You've seen enough of my face, but we're gonna leave this beautiful woman right here, right here, in all the gratitude. And we want you, yep, and sing along, baby. Just sing along. We want everybody singing along. With that said, again on the portals, let's do. I guess is what I'm, let's see, that's a little early for Abigail, though, because I want to run on my stepper beforehand. Do they want me up that early? Mm-hmm. They do?
Yep.
Oh, God. Okay, I'll do it for you guys. Barb got the check. All right. She's got this crazy leg that checks. So with that said, 9
Here's her boyfriend today.
9 to noon.
He had to run away.
9 to noon. No, sometimes all this intuitive stuff scares the boys a little bit. It's okay. It's all right, boys. It's not that scary, and you can do it too. Believe me.
Yep.
Gene knows.
Yep.
Gene ain't afraid.
Gene
He's
ain't a
like,
boy.
Gene ain't afraid. That Gene ain't a boy. Gene grown. Gene grown. He's talking to God. He's got it down. He's got it. Right? Yes. So, yeah. So with that said, we're going to do 9 to noon. And we're going to do 1 to 4. 9 to noon and 1 p.m. to 4. Oh, no, and we're going to end the live video. No, Barb, come out here. We got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, I'm out. 4 minutes to sing. I wanted more singing.
All right.
Do you want, we can start it again? We
Get
might
up,
start
stand
it
up.
again and do 2 more songs. Take it out, and then we'll start it again and do 2 more songs. Real quick.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your life. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. The preacher man gonna tell you that heaven is under the earth. You are poor and everybody knows you gotta stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. He said don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Love you guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be live again very soon. You can keep playing it out.
Well, I left the lyrics back there because, sometimes I just
That's okay.
have
How
to
about a
read.
little aviatrix to take us out? Do we have time?
Sure.
And then we'll come on. I think we have time.
So yeah, this is one of
your originals.
Abby's favorite song, but sometimes I play with her and don't play it. aviatrix, fly free, leave the matrix of insanity. Aviatrix, fly free, leave the matrix of insanity. If it's holding you down, don't hang around. No, no, no. She is the soul of revolution, and she also goes. It's our evolution. See, the people can fly. People can fly. Yeah, yeah. Aviatrix, fly free. Leave the matrix of insanity. Yeah, yeah. Aviatrix, fly free, leave the matrix of insanity. Yeah, yeah. Aviatrix, leave the matrix. Yeah, yes. See, the lady elevates, she never deviates or takes away from her pursuit of perfect fruit. The winged gift we must pass on through life and love and song. Through life, love and song. Aviatrix, life.